Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you what happened when I complained to Subway. I walked into a restaurant. It was actually not yesterday, the day before. It's currently 8:30 a.m. on the 16th of June 2015. And I went and ordered a cold cut trio. So there was a bit of a lineup. The girl was alone. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't bother me too much. But basically, she made my sub. I ordered the cold cut trio. I wanted lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo, and she had to wrap it up for me. And I was gonna eat it to go initially, but like a good inch of my sub wasn't wrapped, and she didn't fix it. She just kind of stuffed it in the bag like that. So I decided to just eat at the restaurant. One thing I noticed when I was actually looking at the lettuce at the counter was that it was brown. It had a really um, unpleasant color to it, and I just assumed that they must have run out of lettuce and gotten some from the Metro next door, cut it with a metal knife, and there you go. You have brown lettuce. But it was so much worse than that. I pretty much on my second bite, I knew right away that something was wrong with the sub. The meat was pasty. It wasn't very good at all. It had a kind of a funky texture to it and flavor. But the lettuce was a dead giveaway that something was wrong with the sandwich. It had a really horrible taste. And I ate the first half of the sub, kind of forced it down because I was really hungry. But once I'd had that first half, I wasn't going to be having it anymore. I kind of balled up the sub in the wrapper, threw it in the garbage can, and left. And I was walking home. I had about two cigarettes, and the aftertaste persisted uh, a good 20 minutes. It was really bad. Um, I hadn't realized it at the time while I was actually eating it, but there's been a few power outages in the area, and I'm guessing that the breaker went off at the Subway location. So what I'm thinking is the breaker went off, no power to the fridge, and the food started to spoil. And unfortunately, to save his food costs, instead of just getting rid of that rotten produce, they decided to just serve it to their customers. The I did say something about it, but the staff responded that the manager would have to make that call, and he wasn't available to. I called the Subway HQ office. It says it's a 24-hour line, by the way, but I tried a few different ways, and I couldn't reach anybody who was able to do anything or make any assurance or even really call the store. Um, they were not willing to pull the produce in any way. I did actually go onto the website, find the form that we're gonna see Subway Canada asked me to fill out. I did that before they even asked me to fill it out, actually. Um, but nonetheless, this is what happened. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to view this photo, and you can see here that I sent them a message, and they responded. They said, "Hi, Tom. Sorry to hear this. Please contact your customer care team at this address." You see, the message here was sent on the 14th at 3:51 p.m. So you can see here my responses to them. 130 characters wasn't enough. I'm pretty pissed off. I was pretty pissed off. I still am. Um, but I'm even more pissed off right now, really, because, and I'm going to go show you that I did, in fact, receive this email here. This is my Outlook, and this is the email I received from them. Now, I'm going to go. I'm going to go right to at Subway Canada to show you this. And I'm going to go through their. I think this may be it. No, yeah. Let me see here. I just have to find it if they haven't removed it again. But there's another way to do this. We'll go to notification and go take a look at the response from Subway directly. Here it is. Whoops. So here it is. As you can see, they deleted the original message to get rid of that thread so that people wouldn't see my response, and just resent the exact same message. Very, very deceptive practice. They're just trying to cover up the fact. Whoever's managing this Twitter account could have easily, called home office, had somebody called me. They could have just looked up the form, called me themselves. They could have done something about it. But I haven't received any call from Subway whatsoever, or any kind of return email. The only contact I've had with anybody about this was one guy from their store tech teams who couldn't do nothing, who just basically lied to me and hung up. And this Twitter account, and all they could do is just delete and repost. So I called them out on it. I first of all posted a photo of me, of my confirmation email that showed the time and everything, and then secondly posted a photo of the original conversation, so that anybody looking at that, anybody seeing this, could would know that they had done this. I've also posted it on my own wall at this point. I really didn't think it would come to this. I thought Subway, when I called HQ, I expected they would answer, have somebody call the store, and then just pull that produce off the shelf. And that's not at all what happened. Nobody wants to talk to me. Instead, they're just trying to hide it. There's no better way to put it. It's very deceptive. It's bad practice. It's bad customer service. I, for one, won't be going back to Subway anytime soon. Probably not ever in my life. I'd rather just go to Quiznos. Their subs are better anyways. I just wish there were some closer to my house. Quite frankly, that's it. I can't believe that this is how they're going to deal with their customer service issues.